If you're a fan of the horror movie syllabus, and especially if you've ever commented on a video, this is the video for you. And if you're not one of those things, then yeah, watch it anyways because I could use the views. Hey everybody, welcome to the Horror Movie Syllabus. I'm Professor Victor, and I'm usually your host as we talk about all the essential, noteworthy, interesting, and modern horror films. But today, I wanted to take a little bit of time out from class and just talk about the channel and more specifically, you guys watching. As I'm recording this, the American Thanksgiving holiday is coming up, and I'm planning on posting this video on Thanksgiving Day. And I thought it'd be a good time to say thank you to all of you who've been so supportive over the last year, because as I'm recording this, I've just passed 1 year on YouTube, and I'm getting a lot out of this. I'm having a blast, and it's because of all of you. Now, something that a lot of people don't know about me is I actually hate saying thank you. It's hard for me to do because I always feel like I sound a little insincere when I'm saying it. So I'm kind of nervous that I sound that way right now. But maybe that's why I'm dedicating a whole video just to saying thank you, thank you, thank you for all of the support over the last year. It really means a lot, and so I figured I'd just take a few minutes in this video to thank you, to give a few shout outs to some people that have really been supportive, and then to give a few announcements about the channel, some fun things that are coming up in the new year that I think you guys are going to like. So stay tuned for that. But first, let me again just say to all the people out there who are watching this video or watching any of the other videos, this is the reason I did this. And this is a hobby for me. This is not my job. I actually have a full-time job, and this is just something I wanted to do to meet other people who like horror films and wanted to talk horror, and that has worked. You guys have come through in spades and makes this very rewarding for me. And so if I could take a few minutes to recognize a few of you while the channel's still small enough to do that, because at the rate we're, growing, next year I won't have time to do this because I'll be too busy selling you Skillshare or something like that. So while I can, I wanted to just recognize a few people real quick. First and foremost, I want to say thank you to Josh from Movie Timelines, who's been a huge supporter of my channel right from the get-go. Not only has he been a supporter, he's also been a mentor and a friend. And a lot of you watching, a lot of you that comment, a lot of you that subscribed came from Josh. So I owe him so much, and I'm very appreciative. So thank you, Josh, for everything that you've done. Another YouTuber I want to thank is Noah from Hamburgers and Horror. Noah has been an early supporter of the channel. We've kind of come up together. He started just a few months before I did, and he's been wildly successful and with good reason. He's great, and we just recently did our first collaboration together, and I'm looking forward to doing other ones because I love working with Noah, and I think he's fantastic. So thank you, Noah. Thank you for the support, and thank you for letting me be a part of your channel. And I really appreciate everything you do. I want to also call out Spencer. Spencer was one of the first people to subscribe to the Horror Movie Syllabus, and I didn't know him ahead of time. One of the first subscribers who wasn't previously a friend of mine, he just reached out to me, and we struck up a friendship that has become very, very good. And Spencer is also the Horror Movie Syllabus composer. Most of the music that you've heard on the Horror Movie Syllabus has been written and performed by Spencer, and he's incredible. And I absolutely love having him, not just as a friend, because he's very smart and loves to talk horror, but also just having him as a resource for music, because it's great to be able to reach out to somebody and say, hey, I'm looking for about 40 seconds of music that's both creepy and kind of French. And then 2 days later, I've got a track in my inbox that is exactly what I need. Spencer, you are incredible. I can't thank you enough, and I love that you're my friend, and I love that you've taken such an interest in the channel. You're so supportive. I appreciate you very, very much. I'd be remiss if I didn't thank my good friend and colleague Raw, who's directed some of the intros to our videos. You've seen him in those intros. You know what he can do. He is, an amateur filmmaker who just likes to make movies. He's not, trying to change careers or anything like that. He just likes to make movies. He likes to do little projects, and he's been very supportive of me, both personally and in the channel. And he's done some great stuff, and we've got some cool stuff coming in the future, so stay tuned for that. But thank you, Raw. Really appreciate you, buddy. And of course, last, I'll thank my wife, just because she is in modestly private person who's tolerated me having a YouTube channel for the last year. Thank you, honey. I appreciate you. I love you. Uh, and so now I just want to give just quick shout outs to the people who have been commenting on these videos, because you are the ones that really make it worth it. Again, I don't make a dime off of this, and I'm not aspiring to. I just wanted to meet people and talk horror. You guys are the ones that have been making that happen. So I appreciate that very much. So I just want to say to Kenneth, who has given us all these great examples of pre-1970s horror, and I love him for that. Sarah, who's not only become a good friend, but also gives great recommendations in the comments. So many of you, Stephen, Dan, Uncle Pete, Josh W. from Camp Blood Media, Nick, the other Stephen, Bob Lewis, Paula, Rhonda, Gerald, Margot, Rob, Jose, Angie, Casbo, Kareem, Vanessa, Roy, Martin, Katie, Vince, Alan Smithy, and yeah, I know that's not your real name, but I think it's cool. All of you have been great. And for those of you that I only know by screen name, that I haven't learned your actual real names yet, I wanted to say a shout out to a few of you too. Jazzy Wolf, one of my favorite commenters. Retronome Radio always has something cool to say. Keep calm and love dinosaurs. Check out that channel if you love dinosaurs. That guy's great. Shay Hem, Sweetest Sadist, Sabi DXMX, Joe Breaker X, and I know that's probably not a G.I. Joe reference, but I kind of wish it was, because I love G.I. Joe and I think that'd be really funny. Fungus Among Us, one of the, that name makes me laugh every single time, and I love your comments. Gazalam, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing Gazalam 19, 13 Mish 30, Gaming Animators, it's B.L, XKSY, Snoxy, Too Strong for Life, Tasmania, that's a good one, Baxlaw, the Electro 2009, J-Bone, One Man Crew, Mr. Hootie Dean, and anybody else who I might have missed. I tried to capture as many as I could. Thank you all. All of you leaving comments means so much to me. It's what gives me joy and what makes me want to keep doing this channel. So I appreciate you so, so much. Keep doing it. Keep doing it, because it's making me very, very happy. So I promised you guys some announcements about the channel, and I'm going to deliver right now. There are 3 or 4 things that we're going to be doing in the near future that I hope you will like. Now, for those of you that really like the format we currently do with the Horror Movie Syllabus, have no fear, because that's still our primary focus. That is still mostly what we'll be doing. I just thought it'd be fun to throw in some other things. A, to spice it up a little bit, change it up a little bit so it doesn't get too stale. And B, to prolong the life of the Horror Movie Syllabus, because there's only 100 subgenres on the syllabus, and we're already over halfway through. So I don't want to stop in another year. So we had to figure out some things to keep going. To that end, the first thing that I am announcing, and I've teased this quite a bit, it's official now, Horror Movie Supplement. 50 new subgenres to tackle after we get through the Horror Movie Syllabus. And they're going to be ridiculous. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, I got to warn you, we're not going to get to talking about those until after we get through the syllabus. So we're probably looking at another year before we start making videos about the supplement. But that's a good thing, because the supplement itself will be going up in a few months probably on the website, horrormoviesyllabus.com. So you can start filling out your supplement with your 3 selections. And I have to do the same. And then we'll talk about it. So it'll give everybody plenty of time to suss out what they want to put on their supplement, so that when it comes time for videos, we've all got our selections made and we can share them in the comments. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. And we've got some very fun subgenres. I won't spoil any of them for you, but we're going to get a little silly, I think, because coming up with an additional 50 subgenres, it's not easy. I'm not even done yet, but I'm close. I'm close to being done. The next thing I wanted to announce is something that if you are a patron for Josh from Movie Timelines, and if you aren't, you should be, because he's amazing. We talked about this briefly. I mentioned this briefly in one of our calls, one of our Zoom calls, but Josh had the idea of doing kind of a Cliff's Note version of previous syllabus videos, because the syllabus videos can be a little long. You know, class is like 40 minutes, give or take, depending on how long-winded I'm feeling that day. But if there was a way to do a shorter video that got to the 3 selections for the syllabus a little bit quicker, something a little bit more bite-sized for those who don't have the same attention span or don't really want to commit that long, could we do that? And I thought that's a great idea. It's a great way to invite more people to the channel, try to get more people involved. I like that idea a lot, but I didn't want to just repackage old material for you guys, the core fans that have really enjoyed this. So I married this idea with something that Sarah had presented to us, which was a doctorate level, a 4th tier of movie for each of the syllabus movies. And I love that idea too. So I'm putting the 2 together. We're going to do a Cliff's Notes version of a previous subgenres we tackled. And we're going to go through quickly the first three selections for that subgenre, and then we're going to add a fourth doctorate level selection for each subgenre that we've already talked about. And that doctorate level will, in honor of Sarah, try to be like a deep cut type movie, one that's a little less mainstream, a little less well known, especially for the non horror fan. I don't know if I'll always be able to pull that off, but I'm going to try. So look forward to that. It'll have a little bit of rehash material and then something new for you guys to tackle too. So also start thinking about what your deep cut doctorate level selection is going to be for every subgenre we've just done, because that's going to be a whole new thing that we're going to be doing. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I've been working on the list. There's some awesome movies we're going to talk about. Another fun little thing I want to do is I want to take an opportunity towards the end of each video to tackle a horror trivia question. Some of you know that I recently got Horror Trivial Pursuit, and I think it's a lot of fun. And I read just a couple of the cards to see how the questions were. They're all based on horror movies, and I would say they're pretty solid. They kind of run the gamut, and they have some easy ones and some hard ones. I was clocking in at about 40% of accuracy, which is not great for Professor Victor. But there it is. So what I think I'll do is the plan is in the near future to start looking at a card and asking a question, a trivia question about horror movies at the end of each video. And then on camera, try to answer it. No cuts, just can I answer this off the top of my head, not looking at it ahead of time, and see if I can answer it. And I'll wait long enough so that you guys can try to answer it too. I mean, I won't hear your answer because we're not zooming or anything like that. But it'll be an opportunity for you guys to get a horror question, a trivia question also, and you can play along and let me know in the comments if you got it right or not. Scout's honor, of course, because I don't have any way of knowing if you're lying. But you'll know if I'm lying. You'll know if I know it or not right there on camera. I think that'll be a lot of fun, and get people to watch to the end of the video, because I guess YouTube cares about stuff like that. I don't know. I don't really care, but I think it'll be a fun thing to do. And the last thing I want to announce is that you guys have given all these great recommendations in the comments, and I have been making a list of them. Every recommendation that you've made that I'm not familiar with, I've put down on a list. And I've decided that I'm going to start tackling that list. And each time I do, I'm going to make a video about it. I'm going to talk about the movie that one of you recommended. I'm going to tell you who recommended it, when they recommended it, and why. And I'm going to talk about what I thought about the movie, not so much as a review, but more about, like, is it syllabus worthy? Is it something that I would have put on the syllabus had I known about it? And that, kind of like what makes it syllabus worthy, or what makes it fall short, in my opinion. So it's kind of a review, but a review that's kind of more in the spirit of the horror movie syllabus and what we're about. Is it essential? Is it noteworthy? Is it interesting? Is it notorious? And so this way I can kind of tackle that long to watch list. It keeps getting longer every week as you guys keep coming up with awesome recommendations. And I think it'd be kind of fun for you guys too. Like, so for those of you that have made recommendations in the comments, you can see me talk about them, and it gets more exposure so that other people can hear about it as well, especially if they're ones that are a little less well known. So I'm really looking forward to this one as well. It's going to be a tremendous amount of work. So I will probably get through this list very slowly. It'll probably be maybe like once a month or something like that is kind of the plan right now, because it's going to take some time to get through, because again, these are movies I haven't seen, and there is dozens of them already on the list, and the list keeps growing. So by all means, keep adding to the list. I'm happy to have it, and really excited to check the stuff out that you guys have been recommending. But I hope that you guys will enjoy taking that ride with me, and maybe for those of you that haven't seen it as well, you guys can also check it out and then watch the video and see what you guys thought about it. Do you guys align with me and all that kind of stuff? And we can have big conversations about it in the comments below, because that is, again, what it's all about, is interacting with you guys, getting to know you guys, getting to hear your thoughts and what you guys enjoy about horror, what you don't enjoy about horror, you hearing your recommendations, hearing your personal stories about things. I love it all. I love it all. I am so grateful to you guys once again. I know I keep saying it, but I really genuinely mean it. This was not an endeavor to make money or become famous or anything like that. It was a hobby to try to meet like-minded people, because most of my friends don't really care for horror all that much. You guys have been great. You guys make this worth it, because it's a lot of work. I didn't really think about it till I started doing it, but YouTube people, it's a lot of work. And I don't mind it at all. It's fun to me. Even the editing stuff, which takes a long time, because of the payoff, because of what you guys bring to the table. Thank you, thank you, thank you. For those of you in America, hope you're having a lovely Thanksgiving. I'll take up no more of your family's time. Get back to your turkey and your meals and your football and whatever it is you do to celebrate. And for those of you that are outside of America, still thanks for watching this. And for anybody who's not mentioned here, I'm happy you're here, and I'm thankful that you're here. And I look forward to getting to know you over the next year. So thanks again very much for all of you attending. And I guess we'll say class dismissed and enjoy your Thanksgiving.